We are cranking through shots as fast as we can here for the world's fastest turnaround video. What's our turnaround here on this one, Brandon?
From starting to shoot it to posting it is 14 hours. So the strategy going into it was to make one that was more stunt heavy and a little bit VFX lighter, because the VFX kept taking the longest amount of time, so we'd rather shoot cool, crazy stuff on set, spend more time doing that and a little less time in post. So it took us, what, 8 hours to shoot it? We got back here at 6, so that's, yeah, it took 8 hours. No, 10 hours to shoot it. Actually, we started an hour late though, so 9 hours to shoot it. Yeah, 9 hours to shoot it, and now we have 3 hours to do all the VFX. All the VFX, all of the sound, and all the music, and all color correction, and then export it and post it. 4 hours. So we're at EALA. There's a security guard and a fence, and we just walked right past the security guard, right through it. Now we look back, and he's in his little booth, like, I think some people just managed to get through the barrier. So we're location scouting tonight for we're doing it at night, so because we're gonna be shooting at night, and we'll be filming on Monday night, which this is Saturday, so that's 2 days from now. We're gonna walk through and kind of plan out the shoot, figure out what we can do, where we can do some stunts. We got the guys from Action Factory here. We'll be going through it and plan out the video. Location scout, you always got to take a mental inventory of all the power outlets. Got one right there. See what's within range. Because otherwise, when you get to shooting, you got to pull your light in. You're standing there with like 200 feet of extension cord, and it's like you don't know which way to go with it. So make sure you figure it out early. So now we're gonna move inside and check out what kind of game development labs we have in there. Well, when coming up with ideas for the short, originally we looked at pictures online. We saw this nice balcony overlook, and we immediately came up with the idea of the key card and pulling the guy over and doing the whole gag. Now, thankfully, we actually did the scout, because when we went there, we found out that EA needed some extra office space, so they actually filled in the area where they had that balcony. For a moment, we were miffed, but we quickly made adjustments and found the spot outside, which I actually think ended up being a cooler shot. Okay, so we pretty much planned out how we're going to put our truss work to go over and span the location, to have the wire work proper to drop the guy over the edge. So we're good, and I think that pretty much wraps us up for our walkthrough. And next step is to come here and do the real thing.
Me. So these guys have to get past me, and I'm like the best security guard on this whole team. So.
Hi, so I'm Damian Bray, the stunt coordinator for tonight. I'm taking over for Eric Linden because he's out of town. This is Roberto. We're basically just setting up for the stair fall.
These are all the Action Factory pads. We have a 1-footer pad, we have 2 porta pits and an 8-incher. And we're going to use those for maybe a high fall and putting a guy down the stairs in the very beginning.
So what's your job on set?
Kind of helping Freddie and Brandon producing this little bit for EA as well this time. So just kind of jack of all trades, just like them, you know.
So knowing that we were going to turn this video around in 14 hours, we designed it in 2 ways. One, we made it more stunt heavy rather than VFX heavy, because we knew the VFX would take a long time, whereas the stunts we'd be able to do on the fly and basically get really cool, spectacular things that were instantly done. And the second thing we did is we edited as we were going. Basically, we'd switch out cards every 30 minutes or so and give the card to an editor that was basically doing a first cut on the whole piece. And so we'd have the entire thing edited by the time we finished shooting it, minus 1 or 2 shots.
So we actually have all this trussing and stuff right now. We're gonna have 2 legs right here, and it's gonna boom across about 30 feet. And there's gonna be 2 legs over there. And this is where we're gonna have the ending big sequence of the killing.
I'm told that one of these lines can take 2,500 pounds of force, weight. Luckily, I weigh significantly less than that. So 2 of these, 5,000 pounds. I should be pretty confident being able to just lean back. That should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's always a combination of things. It's the safest and most effective for the shot you're trying to get, and I guess those are really the only 2 factors that really go into it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's finding a balancing act of that, of how to be safe and spectacular.
How's it hanging?
Balls to the wall right now. Balls to my stomach, actually.
So whenever you're doing any wire work, you end up inevitably introducing the challenge, which is you have to paint those wires out again, because no matter how thin you make the wires and how small you make the harness, they're still going to show up in your shot. And so basically what we did is we tried to make it so when he'd go down, he'd rotate in a way that we wouldn't have too many wires interacting heavily with his head, so that the stuff we'd have to recreate in the background or paint it out would just be the background and not any parts of his actual body.
And so thankfully he was a total pro, and we were able to get a shot in which he went down and never had anything that we'd have to recreate on his body in order to paint out those wires. So it's just the background. Took him out clean, and you end up with the final shot. All right, so basically the little insert we need is the one shot of you hitting the ground. It's gonna be pretty much a medium shot right there. I just need you going up like 3 rungs of the ladder, hopping out kind of this direction to try to come straight down, and you're landing feet first, but your feet are immediately given away. So just play up like you're hitting a little harder than you are.
3 feet to the concrete isn't that bad. I'm telling you. We'll go switch wardrobe, and I got the camera, and we'll do this. I know you can do this.
I think he's doubting the stunt experience of the director.
I'm not at all. I want you to have the first-hand experience to say, like, that was me hitting the ground on my own film. You can do it.
You know what? I don't think you're very familiar with the videos on this channel, because we've done 60. I usually do the stunts for 60, 70 times.
Okay, I'll be the first.
I'll send you the links. I'll send you the links to me.
I want to see it firsthand.
It's 10:15. We're running a touch late. We want to have it up by 10 a.m. It's 15 minutes after we haven't started uploading yet, so it'll probably end up being around 11. So hour late's acceptable. For those of you who followed VGHS, know that hour late kind of became customary.
So tired.
All in all, we wouldn't recommend that you try to turn something around quite this fast, but we do recommend that you try to pick a concept, go out and make it, regardless of, throw away, trying to prepare anymore, trying to figure things out. Just take what you have, put it together, and make it quick, short. Every time we've ever made something, we've always been happier that we did it than we didn't do it. And so ultimately, you're always better off doing, and then you can always come up with another idea and do another concept the next week. But get out there, make something, and have a lot of fun doing it.